Hello, my name is Gareth, and I'm going to be teaching you some Makaton signs today to help you support our Sevendale students in your upcoming field day in March. So we're going to start with a few signs that will help with greetings. So hello and goodbye. I'll repeat each sign so you get a couple of opportunities to see it. Hello and goodbye. Hello is like the rising and the setting of the sun, and goodbye, standard wave. My name is, you take two fingers and from your forehead, just raises up and outwards slightly. My name. So you say, hello, my name is, and then we use finger spelling, so that's G for Gareth, to then spell out your name. There'll be a separate video that goes through the finger spelling alphabet so that you can find your own name. Next, something that'll be quite useful, because there'll be probably an element of turn taking, will be who's next. So that's just who's next. And then you, yours. So it's a simple point with a slight forwards movement. So you, pointing is absolutely fine in Makaton. It makes it very obvious who you're talking about. So you, your, or yours. It's your turn. Your turn. Who's next? Is it you? And then me, my, mine. So three fingers for me, my, and mine. Slight movement away from mine. So you may want to say a complete sentence. Hello, my name is Gareth. We and them. So we is a upwards pointing finger. If you're including yourself, you'll start with you and you'll move around to include we, and it could be we, the whole group, or it could just be we. And then them is again upward pointing finger, but you're not including yourself in this, and it's a move the other way. So them. Good or well done. So if you want to give some praise during the activity, we've got good, or it could be really good. And again, you can say any kind of affirmation with that. So well done, brilliant, super job. And then finally, something that's quite useful in terms of kind of getting our students ready to start something is ready, steady, go. So I'll do that from the side. So your hands are doing this shape and they're just kind of two movements towards your shoulders. So it's ready, steady, go. And go is the sign for begin or to start. So your thumb is up, and then as it moves behind your hand, it changes to a sideways orientation. Start or begin. And then stop is just a very clear hand up. Stop. So we can have ready, steady, go. Stop. Okay, now let's move on to some of the workshop specific signs we've talked about with some of your tutors, some of the activities that might be happening, so we can expand on these if needed. But the first sign is going to be photograph. So it's photograph. We're going to take a photograph. And then the sign for look or hunt. So there might be a scavenger hunt photograph activity. So we're going to go and look and take your photographs. Painting. So got two fingers, which this is your brush, and painting. If you want to talk about paint, you dip it. So that's to paint. You're including the paint pot, and we're just doing some painting. Model making or sculpting. So model making is just kind of manipulating. Imagine you've got a ball of clay in your hands, or sculpting, kind of just mime out a bit of a sculpture that you're making. So model making or sculpting. Music, you're like the conductor, music. And singing, you take two fingers from the corner of your mouth and it just twists away. Singing, to sing. Then we've got dance, which is dance. So you just move your arms slightly, quite old-fashioned dancing, but that's to dance. Drama. And we've got football. So you take two hands, these are like the legs. Football, just kick with one, football. Curling, you imagine you're holding onto a curling stone and you just mime pushing it forward. So curling, and you would crouch down with this as well, but I'll disappear out of view. So curling. And then there's a game which is an inclusive game, a bit like indoor bowls, I suppose, called Boccia. And then the mime for this, the sign is a mime. So you're kind of holding the bocce ball, and it's just releasing the bocce ball down the course. So that's boccia. And then finally, then maybe a bouncy castle or something like that, or some element of jumping. So you give yourself a base and a little person and jumping, just two little jumping. So you could say, bouncy castle, and the concept of jumping would be enough to say, let's go on the bouncy castle. And then finally, just kind of some organizational signs. So if you're directing a group to go to somewhere else, then we've got to walk. So you've got your little person again, walk. So let's go and walk to the bouncy castle. Stand up, sit down. We've got stand up and sit down. Next. So we saw that as part of who's next. But you can say what's your next activity, or next we're going to walk, and then our next sign to dinner. So you've just got your kind of knife and fork eating dinner. Or they might want to walk back to the bus. So you've just got a big steering wheel, bus. Time, you just tap on your watch. I wear my watch on the wrong hand, but you have a dominant hand and a non-dominant hand in Makaton. I should have told you this at the start. So if you're right-handed, as I am, my right hand is my dominant hand, and your non-dominant hand is my left hand. If I was left-handed, this would be my dominant hand, and this would be my non-dominant hand. So generally, where I'm showing you the sign to walk, that's done with your dominant hand. So if I'm right-handed, it's to walk. If I'm left-handed, it's to walk. And when there's a two-handed sign, generally the sign with the movement is the dominant hand. So here, time, my dominant hand is the one that's doing the movement. So time. Now, it's just now. So now it's time for dinner. And then if you're finishing an activity, you have two thumbs up and you just rotate upwards and outwards slightly. So we're finishing. And then once something, so that's to prepare the students that the activity is going to be finishing in 1 minute. And then when the activity is actually finished, you've got bunched hands and you just release. Finished. We've finished. Boccia has finished. And hopefully those are some signs. We rewatch the video, get to know them, and just have a go. The main thing is that you're doing them with confidence, and if you learn just one sign, it'll make a huge difference to our students. So thank you very much for watching the video.